Welcome everyone to the Watchlist, your virtual weekly TV guide right here on the Latin Nerds Network. Ready to go over all the shows, movies, documentaries released on streaming over the past week and give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be. And of course, at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out over the next couple weeks so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always, live from Houston, Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, who is proudly wearing his Commander's cap for another week until the house falls down against the Ravens. But it is what it is. So good. Anyway, what can I tell you?
Sad man. It's in UF, dude.
It's very sad to see him go this week. To see him lose. It's okay. It's been a nice little run. And I'll take it. I'll take it.
Right.
But that said, let's stick with the theme of bad news, Chewy, before we get into this week. So we have a little in memoriam, another passing, if you will, a sad passing of Chaos on Netflix. Lasted a whopping one season, of course. Jeff Goldblum playing Zeus is a kind of modern take on Greek mythology and all that. Interesting show. I liked it. Didn't love it. That was cool. I was looking forward to the second season, but alas, I guess
not anymore.
Yeah, it is what I guess.
Not on Netflix.
The viewership went there. The people have spoken, if you will. They don't believe in these gods. They don't.
Yeah, Global's gonna have to go back to apartments.com again.
Yeah, they're gonna apartments.com. He still gotta eat. Still has to eat. But yeah, so if you're a fan of the show, it is. Sorry to hear that. But, other shows got renewed. We got Slow Horses. We know it's coming back. That just ended.
Well, I was renewed ages.
That was renewed anyway, but whatever. When they tell you the scenes for next season already, it's pretty much.
I mean, I kind of feel like they wouldn't film the whole thing because they already have canned footage of the next season. Like, well, what the hell? There's no downtime here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why they're renewing it. It's already shot apparently. So.
Because it's only six episode season, so then maybe they do 12 and they already have it ready, and then I don't know. It just seems weird. It seems weird, it's already it's already ready. I'm like, okay,
but it's fine. Listen, it's a really cool show.
I love that show, man.
Really cool. I love that show. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a great little spy show on Apple. Bad Monkey just finished his first season. Hope we get a second one. I really enjoyed that as well.
I hope so too. That was very good. Really love myself Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, very.
He gives me that classic. You're still money, you don't even know it.
Yeah, he does. He's still money after all these years. So no, that was a really cool show. Bad Monkey, again, that's a really good detective, show, very comedic. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I hope that second season. Nobody Wants This appears to get a second season too. That's a show we liked. It's kind of a.
Which one?
Nobody Wants This, the rom-com with Kristen Bell.
Yeah, that was renewed. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a cool show. Surprisingly, good show. Yeah.
Yeah, rom-com / dramedy. I mean, it was very funny. Yeah. It was funny. It had great stuff.
Yeah, and apparently people did see that.
I mean,
on Chaos.
There was an episode with the parents' lunch. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
the whole should he be bored or whatever they call that, man.
Really cool. The mitzvah was funny. I had a lot of really good moments in that show. It really did. I think it got better as the season went on. But yeah, got to hear that's coming back. So there's no Chaos, but hey, there's other good shows to watch.
And the Night Agents. Without even seeing season 2, is already been renewed for season 3. I'm like, all right.
I'm waiting for Night Agent. That was a very popular show. Surprisingly, it looked very generic, and it was cool. But people, okay, on that Chaos, people tuned in, and that's what happens. Yep. It's very simple. So we're getting
coming back for 3 seasons.
So we're getting more than that. And Reacher got renewed again, getting the season hasn't come out yet. They renewed it for another season after that. All cool shows.
And they also I think they're working on spin-off of one of the characters. I'm not sure if it's officially greenlit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm worried about those, but whatever. We will give it a shot. But the original is still going to be ongoing, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff. If you guys missed it, that's still going on. I get Bad Monkey again, Slow Horses. Old Man still going on. It's very good. It's getting really good now.
Getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better. It started off good, but it's improved the last few episodes. It's been really good.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff out there. A lot of good stuff. And let's talk about this week, man. There's a lot of stuff to get into, so we're going to do this as quickly as possible here. The first
one. Well, let me say, what's not coming out this week? Me kicking your ass in fantasy again. I'm giving you a break.
We focus on what people want to watch. People don't know this ending when they're winning the whole thing. We get it, right? And it's those up and down episodes. It happens. Nobody hits 1,000, as you say. But let's start off with the first one at HBO. It's, of course, following The Penguin, which you guys should be watching. Really good show. And that's the franchise. Very smart to put this right after The Penguin, kind of make you watch both of them, right? This one here is a 30-minute comedy. It's about kind of a very satirical take on the making of a big, big property film IP out of like, MCU, DC, whatever the case is. Kind of shows you how the sausage gets made in a satirical way, of course. Of all the actors bickering and the production at odds and the director and wanting his vision and et cetera, budgets. On the watch list or not, Chewy?
I think so because I found it to be. The writing was superb, and if you listen to what the actors are saying, there's a lot of comedy involved, right? There's a lot of chaos involved in the show. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. I was surprised to see so many A-listers. Like we have Daniel Brühl, playing the director. Sorry, you know him from so many things.
Speaking of the MCU, he was
he was. I can't remember his character. I have his bunker. I'm looking at his bunker right now. And he's even another guy who was there was also that classic actor who played one of the Lokis. I mean, it's like it talks about a lot of great talent on the show. But I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously we only got the first episode. It's short to the point, but it kind of gives us that in a unofficial or anecdotal way, what really goes behind the scenes with these productions. And there's one thing where there's these fish people, and all of a sudden they're chopped off the script, and the fish people are like, what do we do now? It's just like utter chaos, but that kind of goes into, in a funny way, what really goes on in some of these productions and how to tie these things together.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was amused. I wasn't like laughing. I think it was hilarious. But I think it's one of those where it's very smart comedy, very dry, and yeah, if you're a cinephile into that kind of thing, it's very interesting to see the behind the scenes, right? Although it's maybe a little bit exaggerated to some degree, but Zemo is the guy this guy plays.
Baron Zemo, thank you. Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it on the watch list for sure. Again, just a quick watch. If you're watching Penguin, give yourself another 30 minutes and watch the franchise. As best I can put it. The next one, this is on Hulu. Mexican show, Latino show, so all over it. La Máquina. This was a 6-part series. I think I'm 4 in. Diego Luna is the big draw here as far as the name is concerned. Isa Gonzalez, we saw her recently on 3 Body Problem. Good show. This one here, basically, you have an aging boxer on the tail end of his career. Diego Luna is his manager, his friend, and he's trying to kind of give him one more shot at glory before he goes out into the good night, I guess. But unfortunately, his past is catching up to him. He made a deal back in the day with a secret organization which is coming to collect. So now lives are at stake. Enjoy this one. Actually, pretty good. I actually like this. Diego Luna, he's an interesting character on the show. That's for sure.
He's almost unrecognizable. I mean, I was like, they put some makeup or some body art or something because it's like, that really him. Like, holy cow, man.
They do work on it, but it's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
It's a boxing. It's not about. Well, I guess it is about the boxing, but not really. This isn't your typical, boxing stories. The underdog coming back. It's not like
this isn't Rocky,
right? It's a totally different thing. And the way it's heading, I think I have an idea of where this is going, and probably not going to be as happy as of endings. Which is good. I'm enjoying it. It's good characters. I like the story behind it, and what's going on, and who's the organization behind the organization. I guess the man behind the man. On the watch list for sure. Chewy, it seems like you are with that as well.
No, absolutely, man. I love this show. I mean, this was surprisingly, great, man. I mean, well done. I mean, the actors are doing a great job. Diego Luna is amazing.
Yeah, he's great.
As his manager, shyster, con man, everything rolled up into one.
Yeah,
right.
He's not like over like a Don King over the top kind of guy, but he's
no,
nothing like that.
But he's trying to. Yeah.
But he's definitely has some intentions to some degree. But there's
a lot of moving parts going on and things to follow, but it's all being threaded pretty well and given the story. And actually, to me, Gail Bernal, I think, is another next famous.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we see a lot of things.
But his basically, I think the story revolves not so much what's going on, but him and his clearly physical demise. I mean, he's
physical and mental. Let's not forget.
I attribute it physically because of all the headshots.
Fair enough. Which led to some mental
aspect. Where there's one episode where, there's one episode you've seen someone that's not really there, and so and then obviously they had an interview with some other one who's basically a vegetable, and you kind of see where this is going or what could potentially happen and the investigation behind it. So a lot of interesting stories being layered together as a nice lasagna and giving you a nice, great story.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Definitely, I think there's no doubt I'm gonna watch this again on Hulu, 6 episodes and all that. Very good show. This next one, I don't have stars, and maybe no, I don't think I have stars. Sweet Pea, True Electric. I assume you saw this. Take the lead on this one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, they had a deal on Amazon Prime for like $2 for like
That's what I
two
need
or
to do.
2 months.
My bad. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, you missed it. You might it might be still there,
okay,
but
check it out. I
whatever.
totally
Yeah,
forgot. Yeah, at 40.
yeah. It was only like $2 a month.
Yeah.
But we got Ella Burdell, who's obviously a Fallout and Yellow Jacket fame. And her eyes, but something about her eyes. I don't know. They really exaggerate her eyes.
Yes.
And there's kind of reminds me of the famous actor who was a young Frankenstein.
Oh my God.
You know how I'm talking about.
It, yeah.
Yeah. So something like that. I was like, related. But no, this is good, man. It is a dark comedy where she's the protagonist, and basically we're all on her as far as throughout her life she's been picked on, ignored, bullied, and continues to do so as an adult from everyone, family, everyone, friends. And I think she comes to the breaking point where like, okay, enough is enough, right? And something triggers inside of her. So it's kind of has like a Dexter feel without the outwardly evilness that show kind of brought us. So I mean, it's one episode so far, but I enjoyed it.
Fair enough. I'll probably look into that month too. I'll see if it's still there on Amazon. Again, that's on Stars. Next one, we got an animated show on Netflix. 8-episode run for Tomb Raider. Of course, Lara Croft, famous video game from PlayStation. Of course, I'm a big fan of the games, but particularly the reboots. The movies have never really quite captured it well.
No.
I'll be nice and say the mediocre at best. But like this animation is a little bit different. About halfway through, maybe 20 some minutes. A very easy watch. I think I'm maybe 6 cents. I'm almost done with this one. It's okay for me. Nothing special. Suspending disbelief in animation is easy, but then they're making it really hard here at times. And the things that she's able to do is, let's calm down. she not in the video game because she do some of the things that she gets away from the show, but that's fine. It's a little nitpicky here and there, but it's okay. She's just an adventure. She's trying to save the world, I guess, from these artifacts that are being collected by an individual who's going to bring unbalance to the world and bring chaos, etc., etc. Very simple. Well done. It's entertaining, just not going to blow you away. Netflix has done a lot better with these animated shows, whether it be Terminator Zero, we saw recently. All the big ones, Arcane and Blue Eyed Samurai, for example. This is not anywhere near on any of those levels. Even Twilight of the Gods, that was really good from Zack Snyder. But it's okay. If you're a fan of Lara Croft, you're a fan of this property, give it a shot. Otherwise, I say you probably pass on it, Chewy.
Yeah, it's middle of the road, meh, as the kids say. So.
Yeah, mid. Does it say mid? I think it's the new word.
Mid, meh, whatever.
I think it turned to mid. But yeah, nothing to get excited about. This next one, we have Citadel, Diana. This one is a French. I didn't know it's French or Italian. I'm sorry. Well, maybe it is French. This one here, of course, a spin-off from this.
No, this is Italian.
Italian. A spin-off from Citadel, of course, that came out, last year, I believe, that kind of spy thriller, James Bond-ish kind of show, which is okay. This one here is just in the same world, takes place in 2030. All the biotechnology should be like 2060, but whatever. Fair enough. We'll pretend we've advanced incredibly over the next 4 or 5 years. But that said, obviously she's was a double agent working for the Citadel, which is no longer active, and now she's working for the rival corporation or whatever organization. Manticore, in Italy, and you know, she's trying to infiltrate and bring them down. Essentially, as simple as I could put. This one here, again, almost like Tomb Raider, was fine. You know, I think I'm 4 in. I'm almost done with this one. It's okay, decent action. Nothing special. I think it took itself a little too seriously on this one for me. It's not having any fun. There's some cool moments, I guess, but it's just okay. And I'm not sure if I'm really recommending it. Chewy?
I liked it. I mean, I didn't realize this was an international show.
I didn't either.
I was like, wait, why is the voice not matching up?
I'm thinking the same thing.
I went to the settings. I was like, Italian. Okay, let me go to Italian and watch the subtitles. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that I can manage because I can understand how the Italian because it's obviously close to Spanish and whatnot. So once I made that change, I enjoyed it. It's drama. It's serious. It's spy thriller.
Standard
right?
spy thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, it's just kind of going beyond what happened in the original event of the first season of the
Right.
show, and just giving us another area, another character. Probably got a little bit better as far as the way it's presented, especially with the main character and what she's tasked to do, and so
Yeah, I will give you that in terms of that. I mean, listen,
yeah,
if you really like Citadel, then yeah,
yeah, and then watch
right.
it. Yeah,
If
why you shouldn't
you're
watch it.
okay with it, this is not going to change your mind. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? It's not, I wouldn't say, dude, if you thought that was okay, I don't think this is. It could have been the same level as the first one. I'll put it that way. Um,
Mhm.
I'm skip this one. I'll bring this up in the end because this is actually
Okay.
my favorite show of the week. But we're gonna go on to a movie. I thought it was gonna be a series, and that's Caddo Lake on Max. This one produced by M Night Shyamalan. Do that with that information as you will. Depends what side of the fence you're on. That could be a good or bad thing. But he just produced it. He didn't make it. He didn't write nothing like that. But this one here is when I first read the synopsis and all. It's basically a girl's gone missing, and I guess as they find out what's going on with her and unlock some secrets and stuff like that. So I was thinking some kind of murder thriller kind of thing. About this young girl who dysfunctional family, to put it lightly, has a big sister, whatever the case is, and she's at odds with her mom, etc., etc. The girl goes missing. They go after her, and they're also focusing on another side, another individual who happens to find the girl at some point. He's going through his own issues and all that with his mom passing tragically towards the beginning of the film. This one here, I gotta say, surprised me because it was nothing like I thought it was gonna be. This is the first. It's a little slow. It takes a little time. About 45 minutes in, the shoe drops. I'm like, oh, okay. This is I don't want to spoil it. The less you know, the better. But this is not a thriller or murder mystery, whatever. This is a sci-fi movie. This is what it becomes.
Okay.
It's a sci-fi film with, I'll say, time elements, and I'll leave it at that for anyone who hasn't seen it. Very interesting, and I really liked. Although the ending was okay, but anticlimactic for me. The concepts about the time and how they use it within this Caddo Lake, which was a real place, and what lies within it and what it causes and what these two characters go through who are unrelated but ends up being they are somewhat tied in together in the same grand scheme of the story. Really liked it. Like I said, try not to spoil it because it's really cool. I think there's one if you like science fiction, you like time travel stuff or whatever. Yes, this is one I actually kind of enjoyed. Once you get into that, it takes a little time to get into that. I'm like, dude, where's this going? I'm like, okay, then snap,
Mhm.
this is where it went. I like it, really liked it. That was really cool. So I've enjoyed it. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. Really cool film again on Max. Chewy, I don't think you saw it, did you? Or maybe you did.
No, I had too much other stuff to
Yeah,
watch, and I was like,
this
I
one
can
you
get
may
to it.
enjoy because of the time element to it.
Mm.
And I did not expect that. I had no idea this was coming. I was like, whoa. So I enjoyed it. Definitely on the watch list, no doubt. The next one we're sticking on Max is The Confidant. It's a French show. This one, of course, set to the backdrop of the 2015 terrorist attack with the several bombings and the concert and whatever. And
Mhm.
there's, obviously those who survived or those who are people who died are kind of having this support group. And you have this one woman who's kind of hustler, con artist, I guess, who finds a way into the support group despite the fact that she has nothing to do with them. She didn't lose anybody. She pretends to have a friend who she looked up that is in the hospital in a coma. Use that as her in to kind of interact and be a part of that group for one reason or another. Only dropping episodes, maybe 4 episodes. Chew this on a watch list or not?
It was interesting. Um, I'm not sure. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I'm not sure. And here it's only 4 episodes. I'm like, oh shit, this is really short.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait to see the whole thing before I make a recommendation.
It's fair. Almost on the same boat. It did enough to see where this is going.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see. Okay, because I don't know. Obviously, the terrorists are a true story clearly, but I'm her that character. I'm not sure if that's a true story now. I'm gonna look that up. I thought I didn't know, so I'm gonna look it up. It's a true story. I'll probably
I
keep
mean, if
watching.
it is, then that makes it more
Right,
interesting because
exactly,
it's
and
just
I'm gonna keep.
it's based
I'll
on
keep
someone
watching.
that someone tried to
Yeah,
fool, I guess, con, for whatever reason, her way into this group just to be part of something. Because
yeah. I just gotta.
her,
If it's a true story, I'll keep watching because like, okay,
you know,
fascinating, right? So we'll see. But again, on the fence on this one, but only 4 episodes.
mhm.
Um, this next one, Apple Plus. Disclaimer: this one here stars the great Kate Blanchett, who's A-list talent.
and and Borat.
And
Come
boy,
on.
yes, that's true. Kevin Kline's in this as well. Um,
Not just Baron Cohen.
yeah, this one here is interesting.
Who is a serious actor. He
No,
was
no,
in
no.
that
He's done.
spy. Also for Apple Plus, I believe. Right? No, it was. I can't remember. No, it was on Netflix. I'm
The
sorry.
Chicago 7, I think it was.
Um, yeah, he
Yeah.
was an Iraqi spy.
Oh, that's
I
right.
believe.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah, and he was great in that one.
No, there's some big name talent here, and it shows. Apple Plus, we're interested. It's a limited series, 7 episodes, dropping 2. And this one here is interesting. If Kate Blanchett is a, I don't say journalist is the right word, but no, she does journalism, she's documentary. She got an award being the show, whatever. And apparently, she has a checkered past involving a young individual she cohorted with. A little marital infidelity, if you will, back in the day. You describe in that 2nd episode. And I guess this young man's parents is learning this kid died, and the mom passed away. Now the father's kind of left holding the bag, and he apparently seeking revenge on whatever had transpired between them. And then kind of going back and forth between that story when they met when they were young and current times, and how the revenge angle is really affecting her life and turning it upside down with the husband, her family. This one here, I like this one, man. Really good. I was watching with the wife. She just was jumped in. I know she liked it because she got up for a second. I let her play. And she's like, "Hey, you got to pause it." So okay, that tells me that she's interested in seeing the show. Really good. It's slow moving, of course, very methodical in its pacing, but it's interesting story. I'm very curious as what exactly happened. Kate Blanchett is, as always, is top notch. I expect nothing less. Kevin Kline's great. Again, expect nothing less. Very well done show on Netflix, on Apple Plus. High recommend for me, Chewy.
No, man, it's great because they're not giving us everything at once, right? The first episode was set up, and you're not sure how these characters are raised. The kids on vacation, with the family, and then towards the end, they make that reveal, and then next episode, now there's a book that the mom wrote,
Oh yeah, about them, right? Yeah.
and then even there's a disclaimer saying that this is related to people and characters. It's not usually the disclaimer is any reaction to someone real or not is purely coincidental. Here it's like the opposite. So this is they clearly say this is based on real people, so there's something this actually happened. But we don't read the book. We just get these bits, these snippets, flashbacks, ongoing, and what happened. And I'm sure, obviously, I think obviously the big reveal is going to be with regard to how did this young man die,
Right, and
and how is she related to it?
exactly.
Or when did he die? Because we don't know when he
We know
died.
when he died.
We know.
Yeah.
We know when the mom died,
Mm-hmm.
and she'd written the book before she died and buried it in her desk. The husband, the spouse found it, I think, 9 years later. So this has been stewing for a long time, right? And then the original events happened when her son, the Kate Blanchett's character's son, was 4. So we're
15 years
thinking
before.
20.
15,
I'm
20
thinking like
years.
20, 25 years. The kids they just forced him out, so he's living at home for a while. So he's got to be at least mid-20s, maybe late
Yeah, I
20s.
think
So it kind of
at
gives
least
you
20 years
context
has
of
passed.
how long does it span. Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
But very great, well
Yeah.
acted, well written, and giving us a story and pieces that we want to say, oh, I want more. What's next?
Exactly.
What's next?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. They do a really good job of balancing what happened and what's happening currently with the whole.
Yeah.
Again, once you find out what's going on, because the book is sent to her anonymously, letting her know.
And to her son.
Right.
And she's freaking out because she might see the connection or obviously it's tough putting the pieces together and people are already having opinions and one of the guys said, the husband of the who published the book, what do you think? It's like, oh, she deserved it. It's like, well, what's going on? What's this book? What is the story?
Yeah, what happened to that for him to agree to she deserved death or whatever the case is. So
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah.
There's pictures that were taken back in the past. They're resurfacing. I'll leave it at that. Not to spoil too much. But very cool show. I liked it. Yeah, definitely a big hit on Apple Plus. This last one here. This was the biggest surprise for me, and that's Teacup on Peacock, dropping 2 episodes.
Peacock?
Only about 30 minutes, so it's very shorter than I thought it was going to be. This one, of course, produced by James Wan. He is the guy in terms of horror right now, as far as I'm concerned. And I really thought this was going to be kind of like, kind of a slasher. That's what it seemed like by the trailer. I didn't see the full trailer, just a little bit of it. Some guy wearing a kind of a gas mask, and I guess he's terrorizing a family out in the middle of nowhere, farm, or whatever the case is. It's not like that at all. There is a guy with a mask, but not in the way I thought it was going to be. This is not a Halloween. This is more science fiction. It seems like to me, to some degree. and I guess there's just a few families, were brought together by a certain reason inside, in one of the main family's ranch. And the son has gone missing, so they're all searching for him. Animals are acting weird. Something's going on, and apparently they're locked into that area. They can't leave because the minute they do, it's really gruesome. I loved it. The scene where someone actually crosses the line, which was painted on by the guy with the mask, telling him, "Hey, you can't escape. Or you can't leave this area. Whatever." Boom! I was like, "Oh wow!" I was in at that moment. It's like very cool. I really like the idea, and I guess now I'll go as far as I guess I think it's more science fiction than horror. There's horror elements, I guess, to some degree, but there's something more going on here of which I have no clue. So I'm incredibly interested. This gimmick, it could blow up in a couple episodes. Don't get me wrong, but so far I think it's a big win. Chewy.
For the Halloween season.
Yeah, I mean,
a little sci-fi, a little horror, a little, give you the scares. A little bit. So
yeah, very graphic. I mean, those couple of scenes were very well done. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is yeah. I'm not expect to go as far as it's not much watching until I finish the whole season anyway. Because this could go sideways. It could go sideways very quickly.
Yeah, it could get wonky. It could get cheesy.
But so far, again, when you judge it by what we've got, the game is 2 episodes, and so far I am all in. I was more interested in this show than as good as some of the shows we talked about. This to me really hit the most out of all of them because I like the genre more. But it's very, very cool and it has a lot of potential. It's either going to go really bad or go really great. I really think so. But yeah, definitely check it out on Peacock. In 30 minutes is really quick. 2 episodes. I assume it's weekly after. I don't know.
Yes, it is weekly.
And I think it's 8 episodes. I'm just guessing.
I don't know.
I'm just guessing there. But that for me, this was my favorite show of the week by far. No doubt. It has the most potential. So yeah, absolutely on the must watch list for now. But we'll see if it remains there next coming weeks. So that's it for this week. It's a lot this week to get to chew on and pick wisely because the next couple weeks are jam packed. Jam packed, and decisions will have to be made here on my end. Some stuff it's just too much to go on. So let's get to it. Chew. We got, of course, one we're very excited about, The Shrinking season 2 on the 16th on Apple. I love the first season. Thought it was such a really cool show. Great comedy. Jason Segel and of course Harrison Ford has never been better as far as I'm concerned. It's not in a long time anyway. Very cool. So looking forward to that big time. We got Netflix on the 16th, Ancient Apocalypse season 2. This was kind of a docu-series, but I guess studying these civilizations which I guess no one has discovered or whatever. I don't know. Things of that nature, hard to describe. But Keanu Reeves...
Well, he's a journalist. He's a journalist. He's on Joe Rogan a lot. We've seen some of his
other documentaries. He's a very kind of conspiracy theory kind of guy.
But conspiracy theory, I think he's honestly trying to have a conversation for piecing things together versus the narrative that obviously, when you're dealing with theories,
he goes against the grain.
It's hard to prove theories because there's no physical evidence. So you have to base it on what you uncover.
Uncovering this,
and so
that may lead to this.
And sometimes theories become accepted practice because there's no one there to disprove it because there's no other evidence otherwise. But then people discover things. And it takes a while for these things to permeate and supplant current accepted theories, right? Especially when dealing with ancient civilizations. So I think he's just trying to, have the conversation, present what he's found from a journalistic standpoint. Right? He's not a historian. He's not an archaeologist. He's not Indy Jones. But, he's asking the questions, right? Based on what stuff that he's trying to piece together from other findings, other scientists, and see if it makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I can best describe.
Yeah, that's a good description of it. And I got Keanu Reeves in it as well, so at least for one episode. So I'm all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. He's talking to Keanu Reeves somewhere.
Oh, okay,
bring in John Wick and come on, bro. That's enough for me. The 17th, we got an anime Gundam, Requiem for Vengeance. Of course, I'm not a fan of Gundam. I don't really watch it. But it's a movie, so I might give it a shot. It's anime, very cool, futuristic robots fighting. All right, well, what's not to like about that at the end of the day? So why not, right? This next one here, you have a list, but it's on my list, and it should be a lot of people's list if you're an action fan. It's called The Shadow Strays. This one was a big hit in the Toronto Film Festival. That's how I heard.
There's a movie?
I heard about it.
Okay. That's
It's directed by disciple of Gareth Evans, of course, from The Raid and Gangs of London. He worked closely with him. He directed The Night Comes For Us on Netflix. It was a very cool action film, very good action, very bloody, very graphic, just like something that you see from The Raid or even Gangs of London. So this one I hear is balls to the wall. I hear it's really good, very violent, great at choreography, is top notch. Super excited about this one. Again, that's on the 17th on Netflix. On the same day, 17th, we got comedy, 30 minutes comedy, The Pradeeps of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It's like an Indian family living in Pittsburgh, and they're trying to weave around, of course, in these times of cultural insensitivity, I guess. But it's a comedy, so why not? I haven't seen a trailer for it. I'm not sure what it's about. 100%.
No, you hit it right in the nail, so I wouldn't say that.
It looks very funny.
If it's funny, then watch. If it's not funny,
exactly. It's as simple as that. Does it make me laugh? Great, we're in. The next one, fans of the show, Lincoln Lawyer, coming back for its third season. Very cool show based off the book, movie, whatever. He's a lawyer, kind of lawyer. This is your classic kind of procedural, law procedural, but it's very good and very entertaining. With
very
presence at the helm, so why not? But cool show, very cool, very popular show. Obviously, if you get 3 seasons on Netflix, you're doing something right. At the end of the day, it's that simple. This next one here, this is kind of coming out, but not really coming out. The Office on Prime on the 18th. It's
this is the Australian version of The Office.
So the good news is that it's not coming to the US because that trailer was dog shit. It really was.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer.
It's
not
really
bad.
But again, it's being released in 200 and some territories. We're not one of them. So.
Oh, it's not releasing here?
No.
I thought it was coming out on Prime.
It's on Prime everywhere else, but here.
Okay. Well, let me check it out.
Yeah, like I said, 248 countries, and US is not one of them.
I wonder
maybe
why.
Later, I don't know, but if you live out, you're watching it, you're overseas, you're interested. I love The Office, one of my favorite shows, no doubt. As bad as the trailer looked, I probably still would have given it a shot because it's The Office. But yeah, so if you live somewhere else, great. If you live here, whatever. It is what it is. Same day, we got Somos Oro. That's on the 18th. It's, I guess, another comedy, Chewy, Mexican show.
That is a comedy.
Yeah, Mexican show. A couple women who are, coming up with a kind of pyramid scheme on their own to try to, break out from poverty. Yeah, put their name out there and all. So it could be interesting, could be funny. And then the following week, on the 23rd, we have The Family Pack. I think it's a French show. It has John Reno, of course, from The Professional and other movies.
Yeah, but yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of reminding me of Jumanji. The original Jumanji, where they're playing some kind of game, something about werewolves, and now they're finding themselves back in time, in medieval times or whatever. They're trying to find werewolves to win the game, something like that. Something looks interesting enough. It's like, sure, why not? I guess, right?
The sci-fi fantasy element.
Yeah, it's a film, so why not? Then it's a documentary. This is the Zodiac speaking. Of course, those who know the Zodiac Killer, of course, from his words and tapes, whatever. So, could be standard stuff. Could be very interesting. On the 24th, the last season of the 90s show. We all know that show was canceled. Whatever. The less said about that show, the better. Listen, it didn't get another season. So what does that tell you?
You know what? We didn't even talk about Outer Banks. You didn't even bring up Outer Banks. It came out this week.
That's like season 25, so I didn't. You got to make decisions. You got to make decisions.
Season 4.
If you're not watching that show by season 6, you're not watching the show. It is what it is. I'm not even watching the show. I never got into it, so it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you. Running long as it is, ready for the week. We got the Pasta Queen on Prime, the 24th. I had no idea this was. I looked at it real quick, and it's kind of a cooking reality-ish show, I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess she's a chef, right? Am I wrong on that? I assume she's a chef.
Yeah. I mean, she's a famous Italian chef, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she's going to Italy, cooking with the ingredients she finds out there, kind of, Anthony Bourdain kind of shows, I guess. I don't know on that one. And then on the 24th as well, Netflix is a big week, man. Territory. It's an Australian show. Speaking of Australia, with The Office, if I'm not mistaken, this was kind of reminding me of Yellowstone, but in Australia, I guess. His family's driving territories and whatever, something along those lines. We got the last night of Tremor Beach, Spanish show, if I'm not mistaken. But a man.
It's not international shows dropping this next few weeks.
Yeah, like I said, those are hit or miss, but you can find some real gems in those. But this one here, he's a pianist, the main character. He's wants to go somewhere secluded to kind of inspire himself, and he discovers that has these visions of things that are happening. One of which is a huge storm that comes its way. So it could be some kind of supernatural elements here. On the 25th, it's an interesting show, Like a Dragon and Yakuza, based off a game. I remember the game, never played it. Asian show. It's like an action show with rivaling gangs and all that. You know, I'm all over that kind of stuff. So of course. And then on the 25th on Apple, we got a Billy Crystal. I had no idea the show was coming out. Before is what it's called. He's child.
Yeah, I just saw a trailer. I think I just noticed last week. It's like, oh, okay, another show. But they don't seem to advertise their shows. I have to look through what's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
What's dropping?
I mean, I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know. So he's a child psychologist, and the kid he's helping out actually has ties to something that happened with his wife who's passed away. He's a widow now. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure the trailer revealed, Chewy.
No, but that's the synopsis, right? Okay. So obviously it has that mystery thriller feel to it. It's not a comedy, and it's not dark comedy.
Yeah, you don't see Billy Crystal do serious.
You think funny.
Yeah.
This is a serious idea.
No, yeah, interesting. And Billy Crystal, he's great as a comedian. He doesn't do a lot of.
He's been around a while. He's been around the block.
Yeah, a long while. So it's a big week. We also got Hellbound. I just learned this morning. Season 2 coming out. I really like this show on Netflix. Coming out on the 25th, I believe.
The Korean show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. I get a chance to update that, but that's coming out as well. So it's a full slate of the next 2 weeks. Decisions will be made. Short leashes and all these shows because I just too many to watch. It is what it is. So. They'll get one episode, and if it's just good enough, I continue. If not, I'm moving on. It is what it is. But we'll come back over the next couple weeks to talk about those and all that. Of course, Sundays, it's hard to watch stuff on Sundays, not football. It is what it is. My catch-up times between like now and 12 o'clock, and then, I just turn our attentions to bigger, better
I got Tulsa King up front before the game started, and then at night I got this other stuff.
Yeah, well, at nighttime we go back to the Penguin. Of course, that's the night. Football's over.
That's right.
For me, that's more of a Monday thing. Either way, neither here nor there. Be that as it may, a lot of shows coming up, a lot of shows now currently you guys should definitely check out. You know what's going on. Join us here every Sunday. Of course, the watch list, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week.